Hi friends, welcome to Ras Collections. Nowadays it's pretty hot outside, so I thought it would be the right time for me to teach you to make a nice chocolate ice cream at home. So let us start with the ingredients required for the chocolate ice cream. The first ingredient we need is sugar. The second ingredient we need is the vanilla essence. The third ingredient is corn flour powder. The fourth ingredient is chocolate powder. And the fifth ingredient I have in this bowl is powdered chocolate wafer. This is an optional part of it. And the main ingredient in the whole process of making the ice cream is the milk. So let us begin with the procedure of making this particular ice cream. The first step in making this ice cream is boiling the milk getting the milk to a boil. So I have already gone through that procedure with the milk in the pan. The next step is to add corn flour to the milk. Now it is not advisable to add corn flour directly to this particular pan of milk because corn flour might not mix evenly. To ensure that corn flour mixes evenly, what I have done is I have poured a little bit of milk into a glass separately. Now I will be taking 1.5 spoons of corn flour and adding it to the milk in the glass. So I go this way, I put a little bit here and I take a little more corn flour and I am adding the corn flour to the milk in the glass. So you need to ensure that the corn flour is mixed thoroughly in this particular glass. So now we see that in this glass of milk the corn flour has actually mixed up thoroughly. We now pour this mix of milk and corn flour into the main container. Now the main reason we are adding this corn flour is the corn flour makes the milk a little dense. So it adds to the taste of the ice cream and the feel of the ice cream. Now one thing you need to ensure, once you add the corn flour to the milk, ensure that the stove is in a very low flame, because if the flame is too hot, there is a tendency that the corn flour might burn and it might stick to the bottom of the container and giving a very foul smell, which we do not want. The next ingredient we are going to add to this milk is sugar. Now if you see, this sugar is actually in a powdered form. I have powdered the sugar just to make it easier to dissolve in the milk. So we add 9 teaspoons of sugar to the milk. So we have added the sugar to the milk and just stir it up. Please ensure you are on a very low flame. If not, your corn flour will start burning up and catching up at the bottom. So the milk we have in this container is half a liter. Now we need to wait for a little while. You need to be cooking in a very low flame. Now you see the milk is a little bit free flowing right now. So you need to cook in a very low flame, and as time goes by slowly you will see that the milk will get a little more thicker and denser. So let us wait. Let's cook this milk a little more and get back to you once the milk is getting a little more denser. Right. Now this milk has come to a nice little boil, and if you see, the milk has actually become a little thicker. This is because we have added corn flour. Now we put off the flame. Now cooking part of the ice cream is over. You see it's a lot more thicker now when compared to what we had earlier. Now we need to add the vanilla essence right now. So we just add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence to this mix. This is an important ingredient because this is what gives the aroma. Without this there is no aroma. So we have now added the vanilla essence also. It's a beautiful aroma. You need to try it out really. So we are done with the preparation of this particular mix right now. Next we need to wait for this particular milk to cool down. Once the milk cools down, we have only one or two more ingredients to go, and then we beat it in the mixer, and then we need to cool it, keep it in the freezer for cooling. So I will get back to you once the milk is cold. The milk has cooled down right now, so we will add the next ingredient, which is our chocolate powder. So we'll add 1 teaspoon of chocolate powder to this mix. Now it really doesn't matter if the chocolate powder does not mix well at this particular stage, because we will be beating this in a mixer grinder, so that will help us do that. There's one more important thing: please do not add any water to the milk. And there's one more reason you've seen me boil that milk to a little greater extent, because I did not want any amount of water left out residue in this particular milk. So please do not add any water to the milk. Now we've added the chocolate powder to this particular milk. The next step we are going to do is we are going to beat this mix. So I would use a normal mixer grinder. I would use a jar here and pour a little bit of this mix at a time. Do not pour the whole thing into this pan. So I will pour a little bit. You'll have to go in multiple cycles to do this. So I will beat this up and get back to you. Right. So I have beaten this milk. Now you see that the milk is thoroughly mixed and there's a nice layer of froth on this. So this is what we want. The more the froth, the better the ice cream will be when it actually cools down. So I will be pouring this into a flat plate here, which I will be using for refrigerating later on. So we see here that the chocolate has mixed evenly in this mix. So I shall repeat this procedure with the rest of the ice cream and get back to you. We are now done with the beating of the ice cream mix. Now you can see very nicely it has become nice and frothy. And always try and use a more flat based container to cool this particular ice cream, because it works faster. Now we have beaten this ice cream. The entire mix has been beaten up. Now to this we will just add the chocolate wafers that we had powdered earlier. So we just add this as a topping onto the ice cream. It gives a nice crunchy effect when we have the ice cream. So in the process of beating the ice cream in the mixer grinder, the chocolate powder also has got evenly mixed. So our ice cream is ready. One thing we know for sure is we do have milk in our ice cream. The next thing we need to do is this ice cream has to be kept in the freezer, and it would take approximately 6 to 7 hours, again depending on the setting you have on your refrigerator. So this will go into the freezer and I will get back to you once it is nice and hard. Thank you. Well, the ice cream is all set right now. It took approximately 6 hours. As I've already mentioned, it depends on the setting on the refrigerator as to how long it would take to cool. It's got a nice brown finish, and as mentioned earlier, please do not add any water to the ice cream. So now I shall get back to you once I cut this ice cream into slices. This ice cream is definitely a very tasty ice cream, and once you make it, it gets consumed very fast. So I would request each and every one of you to try out this recipe. Right friends, so this is our final product, the delicious ice cream in a cup, just waiting to be eaten. Isn't that beautiful? Please try out this awesome ice cream. You will definitely like it. Please post your comments, your feedback. Thank you very much.